The original Dragon of Water was one of the 7 sovereigns, dragon lords, who ruled over the 7 nations of the Old World. Alongside the other sovereigns, it went to war against the Primordial One and was eventually defeated. Sometime following its defeat, the original Dragon of Water withered away. A prophecy in Enkanomia claims that a new Dragon of Water will be born in human form, as these dragon lords require a pure vessel and the baptismal Vishaps, originally Hydro, had become impure when they evolved to harness the powers of Electro and Cryo. It is extremely likely that the newborn dragon is Chief Justice Neuvillette. According to Fremine, there is a legend that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. While its whereabouts and fate are unknown, it is said that every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain.
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain.
Later in the Archon quest, when the Traveler and Navia visit Neuvillette in his office, Navia has an emotional talk about her father with Neuvillette and starts crying. We saw that Neuvillette seemed affected by her words. This might be the reason why it started raining after they left his office.
Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Later in the Archon quest, Neuvillette literally one-shots Child when he was about to finish his foul legacy form. This gives us a glimpse into his power, which compares to or exceeds the power of the Archons. If you look closely, you will find that the vision can't be found anywhere on him.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
If we go back to the 2.5 event in the Enkanomia, we find a description of the 7 sovereigns as the 7 most elemental dragons at the pinnacle of the raw and primitive elemental forces, since foremost means prominent in rank and position, and sovereign is synonymous to rulers such as king or queen. It might indicate that the Dragon of Water is a title rather than an identity. So it could mean that what we're looking for is not the soul of the previous Dragon of Water in another body, but what we might be anticipating is the next strongest dragon in a sense, with the most powerful and masterful manipulation of the Hydro element. If we go back to the Archon quest when Neuvillette apologized to Navia at her father's grave, he admitted that he had been feeling regret and sadness since he found out he condemned an innocent man. When he finally had peace of mind after apologizing to Navia, it stopped raining? Isn't that strange?
I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me.
This confirms that Neuvillette knows that he himself is a dragon. It also seems like that's the only thing he knows about himself. Thousands of years ago in Enkanomia, after Orabashi was chosen by the people as their god, he learned what we mentioned before of the prophecy that the Dragon of Water, one of the sovereigns, will be reborn in a human form. This prophecy was written in the book Before Sun and Moon, which Celestia wanted to be hidden. Learning the contents of this book was the reason why Orabashi was fated to die by Raiden's hands. When he was alive, Orabashi conducted experiments on Vishaps to try and prevent the rebirth of the Dragon of Water. But Neuvillette's existence, it is clear that this prophecy did indeed come true.
It's as if there's something I've forgotten since the very beginning.
If he's the reincarnation of the Dragon of Water in the human form, it's likely that he hasn't met with other sovereigns like the Dendro Dragon. Perhaps he doesn't know anything about the war between the Primordial One and the 7 sovereigns.
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. The world itself was on the verge of collapse. In war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers must turn into ash.
But then again, he knew about the Primordial Sea.
There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
And despite this, he still doesn't understand the human form that he was born into. It's as if part of his memories of his past have been erased.
To me, humanity is like a pool of water in which I see my reflection. Only through observing them can I slowly come to understand myself.
He also doesn't seem to hold a grudge against Archons as the Hydro Archon did.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs deep within me, destroying you and your people serves me no purpose.
The 4.1 trailer also showed Neuvillette struggling to suppress the primordial water, which is weird because the Dragon of Waters must have lived in these waters in ancient times. Controlling the primordial waters should be as easy as breathing to him as it was his original home. Feel free to share your theories in the comment, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you liked the video, and see you next time.
The court is now in session.